What's up, guys? We are going to do a quick take, no spoilers, for the newly released Fantastic Four First Steps. It just came out this weekend, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it here. I want to address the first part just right out the gate. Did Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal do a great job at delivering on these two characters as it was written for the story? Yes. I am personally a huge fan of Vanessa Kirby. I love Pedro Pascal, so I was really excited to see them both in this project. I think they delivered great on how it was written and what this story was for that. Visually, was this film done really well? Was it a fun film to watch? Yes. Was the score, was the soundtrack, were the sound effects also done well to match with kind of the scale of what this particular film was and what was going on with this film? Yes, especially when you introduce someone like Galactus. It's not a spoiler if you paid attention to any of the trailers you saw that he was in there. Silver Surfer included. They did a really great job, which is kind of the elements that created those characters and allowed those characters to come to life. Was there an origin story? No. Little bits and bobs here and there, but there was not a chunk of the movie that was dedicated towards the origin story. So I was really happy to see that. All in all, did it seem like this film was just a giant setup for Doomsday? Yes. I hate to say it, but yes, it seemed like the whole thing was just kind of here to fill some space and to start introducing some aspects that we're going to need in films later on. Truthfully, because of that, was I then bored throughout this movie? I hate to say it, but yes. There were some parts I enjoyed. It was not a bad movie by any means, but this was not something that I was ever sitting at the edge of my seat for. I definitely did have points where I was a little bored and maybe a little tempted to start pulling out my phone. Would I recommend that you see this movie in theaters? Yes, but would I recommend that you pay for a full price ticket? No. This would be a really good one if you are going to go and see maybe like a Tuesday night movie like Marcus Theaters does, where you get like the $5 or the $6 movie ticket. I think that this would be a really good one for that. Final bit, and I think the internet would agree with me on this one, was the post-credits scene or the mid-credits scene the highlight of the entire movie in this one? Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I will be doing a full review that will contain spoilers on the main YouTube channel, so make sure to check that out. Make sure that you hit subscribe, give this video a like, and until next time, guys, see ya!